I experience more peace.
Nanti nangis.
Oh.
I think I found Mus on an advertisement out of curiosity at first. Let's see how it's work and how is the app working, how you practicing as a Muslim, and like the level of, how do you say, halal haram ratio. A lot of Muslims are talking about it.
Kalau aku pertama kali download Mus itu dari teman aku, karena kebetulan teman aku kenal juga dari Mus dan sekarang udah tinggal di Jerman, udah punya anak juga. Dulu karena waktu aku download itu sebenarnya pas waktu aku agak-agak berantem sama mantan aku ya dulu ya. Aku sebelumnya pernah juga download beberapa aplikasi lain. Dari aplikasi itu menurut aku itu lumayan banyak scamnya kalau dibanding Mus gitu. Itu mereka kayak misalkan ada yang ajak ketemu terus tau-taunya scamming, terus bahkan ada juga yang kayak kirim uang kayak gitu. Jadi kayak untuk hati-hati sih. Tapi kalau untuk Mus menurut aku mereka yang pakai Mus itu lebih jelas tujuannya.
No, I didn't try any other apps. I only have tried Mus, and I was okay with that. I even tried the premium account for Mus. Someone should be practicing. Yeah, that's minimum requirement.
Yang penting jujur sih kalau menurut aku. Yang jujur, terus yang baik juga sama aku, sama keluarga aku. Karena kan kalau kita kan tujuannya panjang ya. Pasti aku pikirnya juga kalau misalkan kalau cuman sama aku doang, nggak ke keluarga aku, kayak untuk apa gitu. Pasti kan kita bakal kedua belah pihak. Begitupun sebaliknya aku ke keluarga dia juga sama.
Yeah, I think when I found out that a lot of things matches with me, yeah, with things that I find in her bio, the way that, and when we started talking with each other for a while, and I came to know her, then I was like, okay, yeah, this is the right one. Yeah.
Yang bikin aku yakin karena untuk beberapa minggu aku udah dikenalin sama keluarganya Hamzah. Padahal aku kan maksudnya istilahnya takut gitu ya karena kita kan beda budaya. Apalagi aku nggak tahu juga kan maksudnya budaya mereka kayak gimana. Terus harus kayak kenalan sama keluarga. Karena waktu itu aku belum berani kenalin Hamzah ke keluarga aku. Tapi Hamzah udah kenalin keluarganya dia ke aku gitu. Jadi kayak menurut aku kayak oh ini gentle nih orang.
Like finding someone online, they don't care. But finding someone from Indonesia, they did care about because it's far away. They were not sure about if this is going to be a success. I have to think a bit outside my Muslim way of view because they think a bit different. And especially in my country, you should, what they think, you should just find someone in the Netherlands. They don't find it smart, but they accept it.
Aku pertama bilang ke mama aku ya, mama aku ngasih tau ke papa gitu, kayak oke, mungkin karena aku udah dewasa juga, jadi kayak papa ngasih tahu kayak ya udahlah mau gimana lagi gitu kan.
In the beginning, I was accepted by her family. I came inside her house. Even on the first day, I met the mother, father not yet. I was nervous in the beginning. It's not a good Muslim in their way of view.
Each other face to face.
You, yeah, he's first because you say assalamualaikum, terus aku jawab waalaikumsalam. Itu pertama kali ya. Terus abis itu karena nggak punya topik lagi, ya itu karena aku baca bio-nya dia, kayak kalau mau tahu lebih tanya aja gitu. Jadi aku tanya kayak bisa gak ceritain kayak perjalanannya dia waktu masuk Islam, karena aku udah gak punya topik kan. I still remember you also told me like, shall I come to Indonesia to know you better? Ya, terus di situ aku kayak, kita kan maksudnya baru pertama kali chat gitu. Terus dua hari aku kenal dia. It was 2 days, like the second days you know me, and then you say, Desi, I think I like you. Dia bilang kayak gitu. Terus kayak aku aku maksudnya ini kan masih di dalam aplikasi Mus kan. Terus aku kayak agak-agak nervous karena mungkin ya kalau kayak gitu gombalan-gombalan kayak gitu kan cowok udah biasa ya. Terus dia juga tanya aku nomor telepon. You ask my number.
Oh yeah, but you wouldn't give me.
Kasih dia nomor telepon aku karena baru 2 hari terus tiba-tiba dia bilang aku suka, terus dia minta nomor telepon, itu kan kayak buaya banget.
In beginning, yes. But later not. No, it was in the beginning. She was like, "Who are you? I don't know you. I don't trust you.
Iya
What do
karena
you want from me?"
pertama kali aku kayak maksudnya awalnya aku juga masih nggak percaya kan gitu, kayak baru 2 hari terus tiba-tiba bilang kayak gitu. Terus obrolannya udah panjang juga sih waktu di 2 hari pertama itu obrolan kita. Kayak aku cerita tentang masa lalu aku. I give you my Instagram the first
Yeah.
time. Terus dia tinggalin nomor teleponnya dia di Instagram dia.
I went to the airport and she picked me up with her cousin,
Nephew.
your little cousin.
Nephew.
Wise.
Yeah, it was nephew.
Nephew. Yeah, doesn't matter. The nephew. And we went straight to her family. And it was just how I expected.
Pertama kali datang aku ajak dia ke rumahku. Terus waktu itu masih zaman corona kalau nggak salah. 2022 itu masih kita semua masih pakai masker kan, wajib pakai masker. Terus aku pertama kali datang kayak kamu mendingan mandi dulu deh, maksudnya sebelum ketemu keluarga aku kan. Aku bilang kayak kamu mandi dulu deh. Terus dia kayak bingung, aku harus, kan di kamar mandi aku ada bak itu, ini beta atau bukan gitu. Terus aku mandinya harus kayak gimana gitu, karena kita beda budaya kan. Kalau aku kan udah biasa. Yeah, the first times I told you like you have to take a shower first before meet my family. Ya with gayung. It's the first time and then you come back. Dia balik lagi ke kamar kayak ini gimana pakainya gitu. With gayung, you ask me first, right?
Wait, I don't remember any of this.
Dia
I don't remember anything. No, not anymore.
dia lupa.
In Indonesia, the food, the people, yeah. I experienced more peace in this country. Yeah, it's different. You know, the people are so different here compared to my country. So I when I'm here, I feel the peace. Like it feels like home. Yeah, I like to be here. I can live here very nice as a Muslim.
Kayak mereka untuk beribadah aja tuh masih susah gitu. Kalau di sini kan kita semuanya juga bisa gitu. Bahkan kita waktu pergi ke Bali aja kita tuh masih bisa ibadah walaupun itu yang mayoritasnya bukan Muslim ya.
And if you look into my country, there's a lot of Islamophobia. You know, there are a lot of people who hate you for being a Muslim. Look, I love my country, you know, but there's so many people that I'm tired of, you know, and I'm dealing with it a lot of times, and here I don't experience that. To let him understand and that he should not have doubt in me. Yeah. And also I explained him why I become Muslim. I did it because so that he also have a better understanding of me, and that he should not be having doubt that I should leave the deen.
Aku tetap pengen ada orang tua yang nuntut aku gitu. Jadi aku kayak ini cocok gak kira-kira. Tapi aku bawa Amjad dulu kan ke rumah. Karena waktu itu aku pas banget, aku lagi sakit, aku habis operasi kaki aku. Nah terus kayak ini Amjad mau ke rumah gitu. Sekalian aja kalau enggak Amjad mau ngomong serius. Cuma kan papaku nggak bisa yang ngomong bahasa Inggris gitu kan. Jadi Hamzah tulis surat pakai bahasa Inggris tapi diterjemahin sama kakak aku.
It was not like something I dreamed or something. It was actually pretty rational. I reflected on my life, what's happening around me, and I reflected on the predictions of the prophet. And it made really sense to me. It was like, okay, I see things around me happening. I know the things what he said. And then there could be two things. He could, or he is a liar, or he spoke the truth. And I reflected on what he said and what's happening around me nowadays. Also from the past, because he also did predictions from the past that happened. And yeah, that was the first thing that I thought. Okay, he spoke the truth. And then I was like, okay, who else made so many predictions like him? And I thought he was the only one. So I think, yeah, he truly lived. He spoke the truth. And I believe he's a prophet, because only a prophet can know it. Yeah, I learned a bit from everyone. The weird thing is that, you know, in my country you have Moroccans, you have Turkish, Somalians. There's also a bit struggle because there's like culture and there is like religion. People confuse that. And for example, I learned things to pray from like Turkish friends, and then the Moroccans say, no, you don't pray like this, you have to do this different. So I was also a bit confused here and there, and yeah, but I found my way. No, it was not really the habits, because I already, even before I became Muslim, I already started to slowly live like a Muslim. I already stopped drinking. I already, yeah, I was educated by Muslims like, wait, alcohol is not good for you, better not drink. I was like, oh yeah, you know what, maybe they're right, you know. I was nervous, to be honest. And yeah, it feels like when he said you're Muslim, it felt like it came really in. It's a good feeling, but also, yeah, my family was not really okay with it in the beginning. But yeah, they did accept it in the end. But yeah, in the beginning there was a lot of struggle with it. Like, you're crazy, you're not 100%. Yeah, yeah, it was hard in the beginning for me. Yeah, I think if you find someone and you came to the conclusion that you want to marry that person, I think just not wait too long with it. Don't just waste your time. That's what I think. And for finding the person, yeah, I don't know. Like it's hard.
Be careful.
Yeah, because you talk with the specific person and then to the other person again, but in the end you just don't know yet because you don't know that person. I think that's the hard thing about it, but that applies to all applications.
Jangan nunggu lama sih kalau misalkan kalau udah nemu sekiranya cocok gitu. Yang penting kan balik lagi kita tahu babat bibit bebet bobotnya gitu kan. Ya udah, kalau misalkan emang udah klop, nggak usah nunggu waktu lama sih. Pengalaman.